Getting Real, Empowered with your host, Daniel Craig Johnson. This is where we come together and we talk about our shadows, about our suppressed persona, and how we can integrate the unspoken to become full and authentic human beings. This is a holding space for everyone, and I hope that you join me on this exhilarating ride of honesty and vulnerability. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint and to my new format, Getting Real, Empowered with Daniel Craig Johnson. Before we start, let's talk about what this is for and what it is about. Well, Getting Real, exactly what it says. Apart from the other formats that you can listen to on my podcast, in this format on Wednesday, I really want to try to get real with you guys. I want to talk to you about the things that we usually don't talk about our shadow, about the parts of ourselves that are not integrated. How do we become more authentic? How do we live a more fulfilled life where we don't have to hide away? I want to create a holding space for all of us to talk about the things that we usually shy away from. Whether it is our anima, our animus, our shadow self, the hidden desires, the secrets that we keep for ourselves because we don't want to share them, because we think it's not acceptable. I want us to open up and talk about the real thing. And I hope that you join me on this journey, that you send me messages, reach out, send me topics that you want to talk about. If you want to come onto the show because you think you have a story that is worth sharing about overcoming struggles or inner conflict and turmoil and how you've integrated that into your life and how that has set you free. That is what this show is about, and I hope to see you guys in numbers. Share it, rate it, give it to people that you think could benefit from it so that we can become a community and create this holding space for all of us. Today, I want to talk to you about the Unexplored Dance, a journey of suppressed desires and lost potential, something that is close to my heart because it was something on my personality that I suppressed, and that helped me back to do something that I really enjoyed and shy away and do something that was more comfortable, that was more acceptable. So today I want to share a personal story with you about missed opportunities. In the quiet moments between the hustle and bustle of life, we sometimes catch a glimpse of what could have been. And we think about the opportunities that we missed out on, like a fleeting vision of the paths we didn't take, the talents we didn't nurture, and the dreams we left behind. For me, one such vision comes alive whenever I think about the dance floor. Not just any dance floor, but the one where the vibrant rhythms of Latin music pulse through the air, where passion and precision meet in every step. I've always loved dancing, but I had a secret that I never fully allowed myself to explore. Although I was gifted in both ballroom and Latin dancing, I always preferred the latter. The allure of Latin dancing, the energy, the emotion, the sheer vitality of it, called to me in a way that ballroom never did. And I enjoyed ballroom, but Latin was just so much better. It spoke to me in a deep, profound way. But I grew up in a place where the societal norms were rigid, where the tight pants and the fluid movements of Latin dance were seen as feminine, as something that a real man wouldn't engage in. So I chose ballroom over Latin, and I focused on that more than on Latin. Not because I loved it more, but because it felt safer. It was a way to hide a part of myself, to conform to the expectations around me. It wasn't until much later that I actually realized the cost of that choice. By suppressing my anima, the feminine aspects of my psyche, that craved expression, I lost out on an essential part of who I am. Many things that I've missed that I only recognized later with more self-reflection and investigating those feelings. The feminine part of a man, the softer side, the things that we don't share, where we are not vulnerable, where we don't open up and we don't look deep into our souls to understand what we are suppressing, which we need to address our shadows and become full and authentic human beings. And what is the cost of that suppression, that living a half-life? When we talk about anima and animus, we're delving into the complex dance of our inner selves. According to Carl Jung, the anima represents the unconscious feminine qualities in men, while the animus represents the unconscious masculine qualities in women. And these elements are not just aspects of our personality. They are gateways to our deepest desires, our creativity, and our capacity for authentic self-expression. But what happens when we hide these parts of ourselves? When we allow societal expectations, fear, or shame to dictate which aspects of our identity we express and which do we suppress? The answer is simple yet profound. We live half a life. We become like dancers who only ever perform half of the routine, missing out on the full range of movement and emotion that makes the dance complete. And for me personally, suppressing my anima meant never fully embracing the Latin dance that I was so talented in. It meant missing out on a form of expression that could have brought me immense joy, growth, and fulfillment in my life. It wasn't just about the dance itself, but what the dance represented. A part of my soul that longed to be seen, heard, and felt. The hidden shadows, how we lose authenticity. We all have these shadows. Those hidden parts of ourselves that we push away, deny, or ignore. These shadows often contain the very qualities and desires that, if integrated, could lead us to a more authentic and fulfilling life. But because they don't fit neatly into the mold of who we think we should be, we banish them to the corners of our psyche, where they linger, unresolved and unexplored. And in my case, my shadow was my anima. With its love for Latin dance and its desire to break free from the constraints of societal expectations. By refusing to acknowledge and integrate this part of myself, I lost a piece of my authenticity. I became more concerned with how I was perceived by others than with how I truly felt. And in doing so, I deprived myself of the chance to fully explore my talents and passions. But this isn't just my story, it's a universal one. We all have shadows and we all lose pieces of our authenticity when we fail to acknowledge and integrate them. Whether it's a suppressed talent, a hidden desire, or a part of our personality that we've been taught to reject. These shadows hold the key to our true selves. And the path to wholeness is embracing our shadows. How do we reclaim our authenticity? How do we dance the full routine of our lives, instead of just half? The answer lies in embracing our shadows, in recognizing that these hidden parts of ourselves are not something to be ashamed of, but something to be integrated and celebrated. Let me give you a couple of steps that will help you on this journey. Self-reflection. Take time to reflect on the aspects of yourself that you've been suppressing. What are the talents, the desires, or personality traits that you've hidden away? Why have you hidden them? Understanding the roots of your suppression is the first step towards healing. Challenge societal norms. Recognize that societal expectations are just that, expectations, not rules. They are not a reflection of your worth or your potential. Challenge the norms that have led to you suppress parts of yourself and give yourself permission to break free from them. Express your anima and animus. Find ways to express the hidden aspects of your anima and animus. For me, this could mean taking up Latin dancing again, embracing the movements and emotions that I once suppressed. For you, it could be anything from exploring a creative passion to embracing a different way of thinking or being. Number 4, seek support. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support your journey towards authenticity. It's easier to embrace your shadows when you have a community that values and celebrates all aspects of who you are. Don't join groups that are stuck in groupthink and societal norms, where gender rigidity is ripe and where people are suppressed. Go away, break free. That is the first step to releasing yourself from those chains. Number 5, practice self-compassion. Remember that this journey is not about perfection. It's about growth. And be kind to yourself as you explore your shadows and integrate them into your life. Celebrate the progress you make, no matter how small it is. It's a dance of life, and you're reclaiming your authenticity. As I reflect on my own journey, I realize that the dance of life is not about performing perfectly or conforming to expectations. It's about expressing the full range of who we are, embracing both the light and the shadows, the masculine and the feminine, the known and the unknown. It's about dancing with our whole selves and not just the parts that are deemed acceptable by others. By suppressing my anima, I missed out on the joy, creativity, and authenticity that Latin dancing could have brought into my life. But it's never too late to reclaim what was lost. It's never too late to explore the hidden parts of ourselves and to integrate them into the dance of life. So, as you move forward on your journey, I encourage you to ask yourself, what are the hidden desires, talents, or aspects of yourself that you've been suppressing? How can you begin to integrate them into your life? And remember, the road to authenticity is not about following a script. It's about writing your own, one that honors all parts of who you are. And in the end, the most damaging thing that we can do to ourselves is to hide our anima and animus, to deny the full expression of our true selves. But when we choose to integrate these hidden parts, we open the door to a life of greater authenticity, creativity, and fulfillment. So join me and celebrate that dance of life with all its complexity and beauty. And let's let our true selves shine. That was my first episode on Getting Real, Empowered with Daniel Craig Johnson. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share, reach out to me, connect on social media, tell me what you want to hear, become part of this movement. This is going to be our holding space where we talk about everything and where we get real. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you on Monday on the 15-Minute Monday. Take care.